This episode is brought to you in partnership with Choose Chicago. Chicago and no. Hey. Welcome back to another dope episode, 77 Flavors of Chicago. And this is not the
buddy.
start. This is not the start. I know, even though I started out like a start.
What?
Because I went into after the intro plays. I went into that little mode. So my bad, everybody. Pump fake. Tommy's like, what the hell?
How do you feel about Dario's?
I don't even know what's going on. Do you have a riddle today?
Oh, riddle! Wow. Okay, Tommy. So since last time you've been here, we do trivia. Before we do trivia, not riddles. So excuse her. But we have a trivia question that we do before we start the episode. Just give people some time to get their brain working here, and it's fun Chicago trivia. Here. Are you ready? Here's today's trivia question. Navy Pier, Chicago's #1 tourist attraction. When the U.S. Navy moved out after World War II, who moved into the space? Multiple choice. A, University of Chicago, B, Loyola University, or C, University of Illinois. Don't say the answer if you know it. However, we'll come back to it after the break. Any quick thought process? Get your thought process going. I know you usually deduce pretty well.
I usually.
But we're ready. 77 Flavors of Chicago right now.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago. So I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Hey, now I can do my intro. I can do my normal intro. Y'all, welcome back to the podcast.
It's been a minute.
You never know. Somebody probably paused it. You know what I'm saying? Went to the bathroom, got some coffee, got some stuff.
Since we did.
It's been a minute. You mean it's been an urban minute?
Oh yeah.
That's what you meant.
Wow.
Okay.
That's racist.
No, it's not.
Tommy, you can't laugh at that.
As he was drinking his. Y'all, Dario,
Sarah,
and we are here with today's guest. Y'all seen him before. Very hilarious episode. Very hilarious guy. Tommy Henry of Chicago History Podcast. Y'all make some noise for the boy. Hey, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here once again.
Yeah, we had a blast already before we ate. just like we normally do.
That's true.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
We will get to catch up with you in a second here, but the trivia question. Let me repeat the question, and then we're gonna take some guesses here. Navy Pier is Chicago's #1 tourist attraction. When the U.S. Navy moved out after World War II, who moved into the space? A, University of Chicago, B, Loyola University, C, University of Illinois. Any guesses?
I would say not Loyola.
Okay. All right. Any reason why?
For sure.
Almost for sure. Okay.
I don't know. It just seems like it's small. Why would it be in Navy Pier? You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing in Navy Pier?
Loyola's pretty big, but I mean, I get it.
But in comparison,
I get it. Okay.
I feel like the University of Chicago is the entirety of Hyde Park in my mind.
They are
also,
the reason why we got.
They're in Hyde Park, so they don't need to be in Navy Pier.
Okay.
The University of Illinois is the closest one, I feel like, physically to Navy Pier. So maybe
University of Illinois in Champaign.
No, Chicago.
Illinois?
No, the U of I Chicago.
Right.
Is that the one you were talking about? Or are you talking about U of I Champaign?
I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about
Who knows then? It's your question.
Well, I'm going to weigh in. I'm so old, I remember when it was called Municipal Pier #2.
So World War I?
Before it was called Navy Pier. That's how old I am.
Tommy, you're not that old. But you are correct.
I actually did an entire podcast episode about Navy Pier. Thanks to you both for listening.
That's why we picked this question. We knew about the episode.
Because we knew somebody would know it.
So I do know the answer and
Okay,
the
what's
answer why. So what was your final guess, by the way?
I would say if it's University of Chicago, Illinois, University of Illinois in Chicago, then that. Otherwise, it'd be University of Chicago, but not Loyola.
Okay. All right.
Wait, I still don't know what your final answer was. You just
Well, it depends on which one.
What is it?
you
final
got,
answer.
you got three. You got Loyola, you got University of Chicago, or the University of Illinois.
Fine, University of Chicago.
What did you?
It's the University of Illinois.
That's what I originally said. You tricked me
I
out
didn't
of my
trick you at all.
original
No,
answer.
No, I just
Play
want
it back
clarity.
because I
No.
did say University
we
of
don't
Illinois.
have that. We don't have that kind of technology. So after World War II,
Yeah.
there were so many people allowed the GI Bill, so
Mhm.
they were encouraged to go back to school. And downstate Illinois became so overpopulated. They
Yeah.
were like, "What are we going to do? Let's open this new branch right here at Navy Pier."
Boom.
So yeah.
Boom.
Wow.
There you go, y'all.
Did you have that all in your notes?
Look, let me finish it off here.
Well,
The
all
answer
right.
is the answer
I'm
is
gonna drink my
University.
drink.
Yeah, you go do that. You earned it. You earned that's a championship shot right there. They it was they were there. University of Illinois was there until 1965 when the Circle campus was built. That's when they moved out. And Tommy took the fun fact for me that I had, which is fantastic as he should. Chicago History Podcast in the building. Navy Pier opened in 1916 as the municipal pier for freight and for passenger.
Number two,
Number two.
What was one?
they never built it.
Yeah.
They were
Oh.
actually talking about building 5 piers,
Mhm.
and that was the only one that got built.
Mhm.
Really?
Crazy.
Like right next to each other?
Yeah, kind of all spread out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Wouldn't that have been different for Chicago?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Put more McDonald's next to each other?
They
Or
just-
Margaritaville?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
5 Margaritavilles?
Oh my gosh.
Did
Was that
Margaritaville
stained-
I would be in line for that.
It'd be like a stained glass museum 1, stained glass museum 2.
did
stained glass-
Margaritaville close down?
No, we just were there.
No, no, but I think it just closed down.
Oh,
Like
I don't know. I haven't been there in
it,
forever.
it could have been. I don't know.
Is that a place?
Yeah, Margaritaville.
Oh, okay, no,
yeah,
Are you
I'm kidding.
joking?
I'm kidding.
It's
I
like
was
a
joking.
$12 margarita you pick up at a window and it's frozen.
yeah, but you get yeah,
We should shut this off right now and head over there.
and just go down there.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're
honestly,
close. We're
We
close.
are close, actually. You know what I mean? Look, this is the episode. It's in this community area.
It's
And,
actually in no community area.
one more. Listen to that
Sorry.
crispy audio.
Yes.
Fun. Some more. 1927. It was renamed to Navy Pier after to honor the World War I vets.
It's easier for you to say.
Yeah, 1995 is when it actually reopened for tourism as we know it today here in Chicago. Now, when you think about that, you probably think Navy Pier's been like a tourist attraction. There wouldn't been that big difference in like time where they shut down, right?
Yeah.
Because me personally, I don't remember a Chicago without a Navy Pier. But that was
Tommy, what
95.
about you, dude?
Technically, there was.
Well, I do actually. Chicago Fest, which was the kind of predecessor to Taste of Chicago, was held at Navy Pier back in I think 1980.
Okay.
One of the first performers was the Blues Brothers. 'Cause, they
Oh.
were super huge at the time.
Hey.
So they had kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and they were like, "Oh, Chicago Fest," and Jane Byrne and all the rest, and it didn't take. So
It didn't.
Oh.
Yes.
immediately went back to being
Tourist.
unused.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, unused.
just empty space hallways for you to walk
Well,
down.
I mean, no,
Literally,
it
I
was
feel
kind of
like-
closed off. Like,
But I mean, today it's just hallways.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
touristy.
I feel like we could do,
WBZ
we could
is
do
there.
more. It's literally just hallways and parking.
Yeah, I mean, right?
On one hotel.
There's the Chicago Children's Museum.
Ever since AMC closed the IMAX there, it's been a little less attractive.
Yeah, dang.
Dang.
There's a Ferris wheel there.
That is, yeah, that's pretty exciting.
It's pretty.
If it's like 20 people, I don't.
no, that is one of the biggest Ferris wheels. In
How dare
I don't
you.
know. I don't
Here
know.
she go again with the
I don't know
conspiracy.
architecture.
You know what?
I don't know architecture.
Which button turns off her microphone?
Here's this one. There's that one.
Yeah.
He will. He would. He has
Wow.
muted me before.
Only one time.
Really?
Only one time. Only one
Wow.
time. It was she was a little reckless.
That is not true. I don't even remember why.
Listen,
Me either.
I like you being referred to as reckless. I think that's amazing.
But if people that listen to it, they know that Sarah's always reckless
Yeah.
with me.
It's. I probably said something like a sports shirt instead of a
Oh,
jersey.
don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do
Look how angry he gets.
Yeah, don't do that.
No,
Oh.
what was the one that got you like really mad?
Sports shirt, goddammit. That was
That- across the line,
Anything
you're like,
sports
woman?
related.
Did he call you woman?
He might as well have.
Yeah.
He muted me, which is really, it's in the grand scheme of
I
things,
mean,
the
it's
patriarchy
even worse.
muting women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jeez.
Y'all look, y'all not gonna have this picture painted anymore.
Oh, man.
It's on the internet. Now we're not
Man.
gonna.
I got the white man behind me.
Yeah.
We're going all the
How
way.
dare you? How dare you?
We're not gonna mute the mic. Mute the mics, both mics.
Holy cow.
Anyway, y'all can see we've been drinking, we've been having some fun. Tommy's our guy. Last time we was on here, we had a lot of fun.
It's true. We were in a completely different neighborhood,
Yeah.
eating completely different food.
Way different.
And you guys had me back. This
Yeah,
is
man.
amazing.
How you been?
You know what? I've been well. I've been, doing podcast stuff, and I was excited to get your message
Yeah.
or Sarah's message. I don't know.
It
It
was
just
both
it
of
comes from one email. I never have any idea who I'm talking to, but I'm always excited to come on.
It depends on how many eyes there are after the H.
Oh,
If there's like 3 or 4, it's me.
yeah.
If it's just straight to the point,
Yeah, I mean, look.
Oh, interesting.
Or if I say
it's
bruh,
yo.
if I say bruh anytime,
I got no bras.
it was her then. It was her.
All
it's
right.
me.
I always assume it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I get a little flirty, and then I'm like, oh,
And then I decided
what
to
if
check
it's
the DM.
Dario? Yeah, I'm like, is he gonna be cool with me flirting with him?
Would it be weird if I was to message you back?
Yeah, like
Catfish, new episode of You come on the podcast, it's me that's actually turned on.
there's a new Netflix show that I was not expecting. Oh boy, I smell sitcom.
We got Tommy in the building.
I don't know why you're doing that
I don't know.
snapping thing, because that is not
I don't know. I don't know.
acceptable.
I don't know why either.
So, what restaurant did we pick today?
Oh, what neighborhood?
We-
did we
Am
pick
I
today?
jumping ahead too
Yo,
much? I'm
wait,
jumping
like a
ahead.
whole
Sorry,
30 minutes.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry, it's this.
Yeah, these are. I'm 2 in, you 2 in. We lit this episode. Let's get in tune with it though. Tommy, you remember this? This is how we get tuned up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, brought all the memories back. Here we go, y'all. We are in community number 8, community area number 8 near Northside. Yeah, do we do that for the Northside?
I mean, somebody must.
I read something today. Someone said, you know how people get excited, South Side or West Side? Someone said West Loop is the best loop. I was like, is that white people's thing?
Is that- Yeah, like
Is that their version?
who gets excited about?
The loops.
The loops?
listen.
The different loops?
I look at Chicago history all the time, and even I would have to be like, "What area is that? What is even in the? What's
What is West Loop?
Listen, I'm not.
Construction is what West Loop is. if
Pretty
I'm
much.
being
you.
honest.
Thank
Pretty
you.
much.
Yeah.
Construction.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Let's get in tune with it. The boundaries to the north, we got North Avenue. To the south, Chicago River. To the east, Lake Michigan. And to the west, the north branch of the Chicago River yet again. So 3 sides
Yeah.
of the community area are bound by water, which is significant. We'll get into it in a second. This is the most populated community
It's 'cause
area.
It's like 70,000 neighborhoods in
It
one
is-
area.
it is-
Somebody was like North.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is that
North.
that part there. Couple fun facts before we get into the history of it. The one fun fact is I found this is pointless fun fact, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This is the second this is the community area with the second most skyscrapers in it.
Oh.
I heard that and I was like,
I mean,
What's the-
I can't challenge him.
Yeah.
what's the first?
The Loop.
The loop. So-
You're talking shit about the Loop. It got
I
the
mean,
most
no, I'm talking-
skyscrapers.
I was talking about the
West
West Loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the West
Is
Loop.
West
'Cause
Loop
they
just
can-
like a west part of the Loop, or is
mean-
it just
Yeah.
like?
It's
'cause
near
like-
West Side. Near
I
West
think-
Side.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not even in the loop.
Yeah,
not.
It's outside of the loop.
It's outside of
It's
the
the
loop.
loop.
Near West
Yeah,
Side.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's literally always
Near
construction.
West Side, yeah. Which brings me to the next, not fun fact, but kind of name of it.
It better be fun if you're calling it a fun fact,
It
because
is.
otherwise
All
I am
facts
walking
are
out of
fun.
here, and I am
don't
going
do
to unsubscribe.
Don't do it. Please don't.
No,
we
not
need
to
it. We need it.
unsubscribe.
Okay.
That hurts more than
Yeah.
anything.
We're trying to buy a
You will
house with
be-
a yard, so I need you to continue to be
In
subscribed.
Chicago?
Yes.
Your suburbs, here we
It's like,
come.
what, 1.5 million?
Good luck. Anyway,
2 million.
what's your fun
Here's
fact? I'm using finger quotes.
Here's the,
Fun fact.
here's the fun fact. Do you know why it is named near Northside?
Because it's near the north.
Yes, 100%. This is
I
it
feel
is
like the University of Chicago had minimal
Yeah,
effort
they
naming these.
they did. So
They were like,
it's
Yeah.
no.
it is near. It is the nearest to the. They say center, but we know this is not the center of Chicago. But this is kind of like the starting grid. We know the Loop is like the starting point of Chicago.
Yeah.
So this is 1 mile north of the Loop. So there we go.
All right.
That's why it's called near North
It's
Side.
really stupid.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
Do you know where the center of Chicago is?
Mhm.
Yeah, we went to it. McKinley Park, 35th and Horn.
Yeah. So the
Hor-
true.
Honoree.
Yes. All right. So how about the true center of? Boy, how do I do this? How about the 0 point in Chicago?
State Madison.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can start paying
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
so
That's why I said
good.
the Loop is that's the quote
Right.
unquote starting point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. State it's
0.
which again, y'all, if you go down there, if you are tourists and you listen here, go there.
I hope they are.
Yeah, we really do hope they are.
Right?
Yes, go to that point because nobody goes there and like takes pictures by that. I feel like if I was a tourist, I'd be like, "Where's the
I suppose
starting
there's
point?"
a Primark across the street, and they have the best deals. You can get
Nobody-
like 10
nobody-
shirts for
you said-
$5.
You said nobody paying attention
No
to the
one
damn.
cares
Wait,
about
this
the
is at
0
State
point.
and Madison.
Yeah, there's a Primark right across. What do you mean?
Hold on, I'm very distracted by Dario moving his microphone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
You heard all, you
was
heard all the.
Yeah, it was like he took a plastic bag and just.
Just crushed it in
rubbed
your
it up
ears.
against-
Yeah.
Funny is that the people won't even hear that.
Oh, I think they will. I don't think there's any. I mean, unless your audience is 85 and older.
Yeah, I hope. I hope you
again.
don't. Yeah, no,
Quit
I had
touching.
I had to.
No,
I
you
had
don't have to. No.
Here we go. Anyway, so the what the fuck was I talking about?
No one knows. No one knows.
You said
No, we were talking about McKinley Park,
Yeah.
center
Oh,
of
yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah,
near
yeah.
north, the
The most
rivers,
nice
something.
skyscraper.
There's a debate about what the center of Chicago is
Okay.
because
why?
And who is debating? it?
it's people that are not us.
Okay.
Basically.
So
So the debate is that that's not the actual center of Chicago because they added
Yeah.
O'Hare after that was already
Mm.
established, and it's like, but come on now, you know what I mean? Like, it makes up for it because there's a gap in between, which a lot of people don't realize. There's a gap in Chicago by O'Hare where Norridge,
Oh.
Norridge, because that's not part of Chicago. Yeah, did you know that? Yeah,
I don't think I did.
yeah.
But
So
to be honest, I don't think I care.
yeah, I knew.
No,
we care
I didn't
because
even
we-
know O'Hare was a community area.
Yeah, well, it's an airport. There
No,
people
but
live there.
have to live there. For
People
it to
live
be a
there.
community
Yeah,
area.
people live there,
People
yeah.
live
At the
there.
airport?
I mean, I
Is
guess
this
you
like
do.
that Tom Hanks movie where
Yes.
the terminal? I don't.
There's
Anyway.
a lot of conspiracy theories about.
Okay.
Let's history.
Yes. Tell me some history in near north.
Yeah, so here's the history in near north. I gotta read this because somebody forgot my iPad.
Wow, it's your iPad, so it's your responsibility to
Wow.
remember.
Wow. Okay. But let's start off with some easy history here. The first non-set. What the hell is going on here? Why does it keep? You see?
Yeah.
Every time I scroll, it scrolls back up. The first non-permanent settlers were John Baptiste
Of course.
Point du Sable and his
Lakeshore
wife
Drive.
and his
Made up name.
Yeah.
Go on.
made
Is that
up
your, is
guy.
that your conspiracy?
Yeah.
Believe it?
Sorry. Go on.
It's
What
a
else you got?
conspiracy.
Yeah.
And his wife Catherine in 1789 is actually when they settled here in Chicago, which is Chicago at the time, Chicago. And do you know what that means? There's a bunch of different
Something onions.
onion. You're right.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
many have said.
Like, wow,
No. Many have said wild onion, but then there are people like, no, what it actually translate to?
Yeah.
What is it?
Let's just
What,
move on.
what's the other one?
It's
I
so
just go
many.
wild onion.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
easier.
It's so many different things.
Yeah.
Basically, it stunk here. Is what it was. It was swampy and it stunk.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
onion
mean,
was the
they
translation.
dumped dead
Kinda like-
bodies in the
Kind of like
rivers.
being on the red line.
It's Chicago.
It's not onion that I'm smelling on the red line.
microcosm.
though.
This
Yeah,
is
no.
a-
It is
it's a-
not.
body odor.
It's a mixture of everything.
Oh,
You know,
boy.
It's like, ooh, depending
Yeah.
on what time of day.
It
It could be the 5 o'clock. You're coming home. It could
Yeah.
be
It could be the morning after that night. Everything that happened
Yeah.
the night
Oh,
See, you
my
guys
before.
get it.
yeah. We
You
get
guys
it. We definitely
Welcome.
get it.
Welcome to Chicago.
Do you know who the people what two famous people were? Here's a fun fact. Two famous people that were here even before John Baptiste Point du Sable came here.
Oh boy,
I don't know famous people that long ago.
you gotta think of Southwest suburbs.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at, I'm gonna give you a coin,
All
man.
right, go ahead.
Kanye?
Get it out of your system.
Kanye.
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen,
Kanye.
Funniest comment of the day.
What's good? That was
Oh,
good.
my
That was good.
You said 1791.
I need to
God.
steal her away from you
that, was,
because she is amazing.
that was good. That
All right,
was-
go ahead, get it out of your system.
Jackie's Marquette.
This guy again.
Here we go again.
It's literally the same guy.
It hit me.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And Louis Joliet.
Okay,
And that was given by Jacques Marquette and Louis Joliet.
There's a bunch of French words.
Yeah.
considering he grew up not far from Joliet, I can't believe that he stumbled so hard on Joliet. Yeah.
But the other words.
Yeah. The other words he made a good try at, and then he was like, forget it. By the time he gets to Joliet, he was like, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to give it up. That's fantastic. Jeez.
That deserves some applause.
But please go on. Holy. Oh, boy. Oh.
So, for anyone that has not
don't worry. I'm
heard
gonna play
the
it back for him.
episode,
I'm gonna play it back for him.
okay.
Don't even worry. I'm gonna clip that in for. If you
I
are
cannot
wondering why we
believe
laughing, this is deja vu. But I got it right this time.
It's deja vu all over again. It's so,
I got it.
Oh my gosh.
That was good.
Oh my
That was a good callback.
Wow.
They came here in 1673, 100 plus years before old boy came.
Lakeshore Drive.
Lakeshore Drive came. They were just travelers and they didn't settle here. And if you know, they came from the east, right? And then kind of traveled and they were working their way up towards back around Lake Michigan. They were kind of like hanging around that area. So a nice little fun fact. The neighborhoods.
trying to find that on a map.
Yeah.
I don't-
It's Michigan.
I don't
Lake
know.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Indiana.
I'm not going to let him give me directions to Galena anytime soon.
Galena.
Yeah.
Peru. Peru,
That's-
Michigan.
Harrow. Yeah. You know, give me directions to Cairo, Illinois. Hey,
Where the hell is that at?
Well, that's why I can't let you give me directions.
Yeah. I don't know where it is. Neighborhoods in this community area. The Gold Coast, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
River North, which we'll talk about. Magnificent Mile, again. Those specifically we'll talk about. Washington Square, Old Town, Streeterville, Sono. Do you know what Sono is?
South North.
Yeah,
Really?
south of North Avenue.
Wow.
Uh,
Like Soho, but the
yeah,
opposite.
Sono. Of course, Chicago would come with
I don't think
Sono.
anyone calls it
There's
that.
a, so,
Don't-
there's
nobody
a
says it.
Sono
Nobody
in
says that.
New York.
Yeah, we were there.
Or NoHo?
Who cares?
Soho? Are you thinking of Soho?
You
There's
said-
a Soho,
you said there's no holes in
NoHo.
a-
There's
there's
a
no-
north of it and a south of whatever ho is.
Wow, you are on one this episode.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
This is
Rush
the
Street.
Sarah episode.
This is.
I mean-
She is winning right now.
I'm not even. Wasn't even a joke.
It-
we went to it.
Okay, I get
That's
it.
where we
worked out.
ran into that guy that
right.
does the Instagram.
That was
videos.
North Houston.
Yeah,
It wasn't-
NoHo. It's literally called
What?
NoHo.
And then the last one is Cabrini Green, which we'll talk about that because I bet you a lot of people didn't realize that was near North Side.
I did not
Oh,
realize that.
Yeah,
was near
a
North.
lot of people consider that West Side, but
Well,
yeah, right. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
okay.
All right. So I was wondering how we start out talking about the history here, and I feel like this
yeah.
is a good starting point. Talking about William B. Ogden.
I'd love to talk about William B. Ogden.
Yeah, so here's some fun facts on him. The B stands for Butler.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a fun fact.
That was
This is me shaking my head. Yeah. Daria doesn't know what fun fact means.
people are like, Jesus, this is
Yeah.
the least
Oh
fun
my
I've had.
Butler.
Brutal.
Butler.
Butler is fun to this guy.
William Butler Ogden moved to Chicago in
It'd be
18.
like William Barney.
Yeah, stop
That'd
it.
be- That would be funny.
Yeah, he moved to Chicago in 1836. Was an investor in the Illinois and Michigan Canal, and then moved and worked on the railroads. ASMR.
Sorry.
Worked on the railroads. But we know him as the first mayor of Chicago. And do you know how long that term was?
8 years.
No.
9 years.
Do you know?
Oh gosh, I got lost along the way.
He served one single term for 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
right. So back Chicago mayors used to serve 1-year terms.
Mhm.
crazy, right? Every year you'd have to go
Yeah,
vote.
that's insane.
And then they were like, you know what? One is too narrow.
Mhm.
Let's make it 2-year terms.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then finally they got around to doing
Yeah.
3-year terms
And do you-
until the dailies. And
Yeah.
then it was like, we'll give them 50
wherever
some
they
years.
want to
Yeah,
have.
15
Right. Yeah.
years,
Stay
yeah.
as long as you want.
Do you know who preceded him though? Which is a fun fact.
Chris-
Kinsey, which was not a mayor. He was the president of like operations, in the Chicago area.
Yep.
But-
Chicago's first
COO.
murderer.
yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
we can't talk about it right now, but yes, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Which-
Killed somebody and got covered up, Chicago
wow.
style, even back in the day.
yeah.
Wow.
And funny part about that is that was not Chicago. And it wasn't Chicago was not incorporated at that point.
So he got away with
So
it.
he got away with it. It was just Chicago actually was just a town instead of a city. Did you know Chicago was a town became a town in 1833? It became a city in 1837. Boom. That's 1 point for me. 1 point for me.
Yeah, the drinks.
Let
That's
him
what
have
it
it.
is.
Yeah, I'll have
Let
it.
him
I'll
have
take
that
it.
one.
Here's the thing. Here's why.
He's going to tell you that there are 4 stars on the Chicago flag soon.
I'm going to tell you that each point has a star, has a meaning. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that.
Nice.
Here's why I started with Ogden. Right, he is the reason why we pretty much have a booming lakefront. Right, he kind of started the waterfront and kind of said, hey, look, let's make something out of Chicago, because he saw his family was here, right? He's a New Yorker, right? He's a New Yorker. He came from New York, and all the land his family had, he was like, well, wait a minute, this is pretty good land. And he saw that real estate was starting to boom around the area. So he said, hey, why don't we make something of this, right? And wanted to basically industrialize the area and
So you
make
made Michigan Avenue.
nope, but we'll get to that point. So I'm gonna flow. I'm gonna flow with that. Yeah. So he made
Go on,
Michigan
Dario.
Avenue.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry she interrupted.
it's okay.
Go on,
It's okay.
please.
So what he did so what he did was he took the lakefront, right? He took the lakefront and made it big. And what he did create was a canal around the bend of the north part of the Chicago River. And you know what came from that? Goose Island.
Oh.
Yeah, Goose Island. It was a product
Oh.
of what he did, because he wanted to industrialize and make use of the water and the land right there.
Mhm.
And so Goose Island came. And do you know why it's called Goose Island?
Because there's a lot of geese and it was the shape of an island.
You are not wrong.
You know what? That's not bad.
You know-
That's
I
not
feel like
bad.
the straightforward
It's a
names.
shot in the dark,
are
but
Yeah,
but-
near North Side, Goose Island. Straightforward
Love
names.
it.
I like it.
Do
we
you
need
know-
to let Dario have a sip of his sauce.
yeah. Let me get. I thought y'all were gonna
Do
keep
you
on
know-
talking.
Do you
No,
know
he's
why
getting
it's
some
called,
crazy-
Do you know why it's called Goose Island?
cotton mouth.
No, I'm
You know
drinking.
what? I don't.
Here,
No.
I
let me-
don't know.
Let me take it. Damn. What is going on? Normally Sarah has the mic stand that you have.
I'm cutting you off.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
cutting him
I
off.
didn't even have anything.
I'd like another drink.
You're the only one that's saying here. Here's why they call it Goose Island.
Hmm.
Because when real estate and industry kind of did the uplift that they both were on the rise for, a lot of Irish folks around the time moved in. They were the workers that worked in these industrial parts of the near north side at the time, right? So Irish people moved in there, but they had a lot of geese, and they kept a lot of geese personally.
Oh, like as animals.
Yeah,
Okay.
animal for whatever
For
reason.
goose meat.
Yeah, and so that's why they called it Goose
Oh.
Island.
And it's an island, so you're
And
absolutely right.
So you are actually right. Yeah,
You just missed the word Irish 7
Yeah.
times,
you did.
like Dario said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you know this though? Did you know this? Speaking of Mayor Daley, Mayor Daley made this the first protected industrial park in the city.
Which Mayor Daley?
The second M.
Okay.
Yeah, M. He made it he made it.
Made it?
Yeah. No, he didn't make
Made?
it. He designated it. I
All
guess.
right.
Yeah, no,
I like mated.
Yeah.
He mated that.
He made it.
Made it.
He made it. You know,
Another Sazerac?
another Sazerac for you.
I like Sazerac.
Well, we continue down near North Side and kind of talk about the history. The Chicago Fire, right? Chicago Fire, we know that, 1871. It destroyed a lot of things, but what it didn't destroy was the land in the area. So, again, this was prime real estate, so to say. And a lot of people, after the Chicago Fire, they moved and said, hey, we're rebuilding like everybody else in the city was. They rebuilt. But Prairie Avenue, we talked about Prairie Avenue, and if you all remember, Prairie Avenue was once the place for the affluent Chicagoans, right? You know, you had, I mean, probably the biggest name was Pullman. You know, he was one of the.
I mean, Marshall Field
yeah, Marshall- I
might
was
have
about-
a little issue with that.
I mean, they were both.
You want to go Pullman Field? I will go Pullman Field all day.
They were they were boys though.
Were they?
Yeah, they were. He didn't. Pullman didn't like the house across the street. What is that house? It's
Across the street from what?
him. He lived where he
Oh.
lived there. He said the house was by the Clark House. What's the house by the Clark House? God, I'm going to this is horrible. It's still in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm drawing a complete blank.
me too.
I know exactly.
You
I
don't-
can picture it.
yes.
So why didn't he like it?
Because he thought it was ugly. He
Oh.
thought he thought it was
He
ugly.
just bought it. He
Yeah.
had the money.
Right.
He-
Buy it, level it, make
Yeah.
it a side lot
well,
for your kids.
well, this is what he did do. This is what he
What?
did do.
Terry's got the scoop.
I do got the scoop. So they moved all those affluent people from Prairie Avenue, moved from that area and moved to the lakefront when they said, "Hey, we got to rebuild the city anyway. Might as well
Where
let's
was
just
the
move in there."
lakefront at this point that you're talking about?
Not where it is today.
It was
yeah, it
further-
was further inland. It
Yeah.
was further in. So, which I was going to get to it, but we can talk about it now. It makes sense now. Yeah, we'll come back to it, right? We'll come back to it. But yes, it was further inland.
By the
right?
way, there are 15 things we're going to come back to
Yeah,
in case you're keeping count. Yeah.
It's like the biggest community area after, well, Westtown? Is Westtown bigger?
No. We're Lincoln, Lakeview.
Is West Loop bigger?
No,
No.
no, no,
Sorry.
no.
All comes back to West Loop.
Yeah. But when those,
Baby.
Tops.
when those people moved, right? When they moved to the lakefront, you know what they created? They created the Gold Coast. That is how the Gold Coast came, right? The Gold Coast came, and that's where now a lot of people know it
I feel
today.
like a lot of
as the-
people that are not from Chicago live in the Gold Coast
yeah. So, fun fact
and
about
the West Loop
Fun-
and River North.
He throws fun factor out a lot. Let's
I
get ready
do.
for it.
I do. Here's a fun fact brought to you by
All
the
right.
the CMAP, Chicago Municipality and Area Planning Map.
What?
Yeah, you know, boom, boom. Here we go. 1.6 is the amount of people per household in the near north side.
That's very little.
34 is the average age of the people that live in the near north side. So point being is that there's a lot of single people out here.
Yeah.
There's a
You're trying to,
lot of single people out in this area. So
Yeah.
yes, this is where people come, to kind of like, we
Party.
Chicagoans know this is where people come. If this is your first time into the city, young,
That's
you think
where
it's
you
cool,
wanna live.
you come here
Yeah.
and then you realize,
and then you realize, oh shit, there's
Yeah.
cooler
Yeah, yeah.
stuff outside of,
you
This
realize
whole
like 6 months
circle.
in, but you signed that 1 year lease. You-
and
You're
you
stuck.
live in a
stuck.
1 bedroom and you pay like $3,500.
Yeah.
yeah. You realize there's more to it.
Yeah.
Which
If you're listening to this right now and that's you,
sorry, no, not sorry. Shame on you.
you're an idiot.
Buy an L card and
You're
look
an
around
idiot.
the city, or listen to 77 Flavors.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can learn
We'll
about
let
all.
you know.
You can learn about all the exciting stuff. I'm going to jump right in to tell
Jump in.
you.
Please jump in.
So just south of North Avenue. So I talk about in one of my podcast episodes, I think October of 2020,
Mhm.
Ghoulish Chicago. I talked about Lincoln Park and how it used to be the city cemetery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So
Which there are still some cemeteries that you can see.
well,
Some-
right.
some
So
cemetery.
a lot of the bodies, they realized at one point, like, oh, the cemetery is so close to the city. Bodies hadn't been buried very well, and they decided to move them to cemeteries like Rose Hill
Mhm.
and Graceland Cemetery. But because of the Chicago fire, there were a lot of graves that did not get moved
Mhm.
properly. So historians estimate there are between 10 and 12,000 bodies still buried in Lincoln Park
Yeah.
in the cemetery area. So the zoo, all that stuff,
Yep.
bodies.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I wonder if like
Yeah,
the
we talked about
families know.
Well, that's so long ago.
Yeah.
That's so long ago.
Yeah. But south of North Avenue
So no.
was the. You know what? That comes back to you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
no. South of North Avenue was the Catholic cemetery.
Mm.
So the Catholic cemetery again was pulled up. A lot of people were moved, but a lot of people were not.
Mhm.
The archdiocese bought space there. The Palmer family had their mansion there, but a lot of bodies did not get pulled up. And even as recently as the 1980s, they were digging up old land to
Yeah.
build new houses, and it was like,
That's
oops,
insane.
here's bodies.
We actually talked about that in the Lincoln Park episode.
But like,
Yeah.
you can't even identify it.
I mean,
well,
you,
I
you
mean,
could, you,
man, if we could
you could
identify
try.
the dinosaurs and shit like
Yeah,
that, you
yeah,
can-
but like, are you
those
is the
don't
city
exist
going?
like birds. Come on,
conspiracy.
right?
These are not real
Seriously,
dead bodies.
Birds are not real.
These are not
They're
real.
not.
Yes. So, hate to repeat anything your listeners
No,
may have heard
no. This is
before,
good.
but
They don't
this is
listen
all
because
part of
they're-
Near North. So one of the recent episodes I did was about an area called the Sands, which
Okay.
was the most crazy debauchery, like killings and all the worst stuff in the world happened just on the north side of the river. And going back to William B. Ogden,
Yeah.
at one point, just crazy shanties and prostitutes and
Wow.
sex workers
Yeah.
and all the craziness that was going on. And William B. Ogden said, I'm going to buy land in this area, but the squatters would not leave.
Mm.
So he had to go to the mayor at the time and say, hey, I need some help. So the mayor actually put together a horse racing
wow.
event to get all the degenerate gamblers to go to the horse racing event.
Wow.
And then they basically went in and pulled
Pushed
all the
their-
shacks down so that they had
Wow.
nowhere to come back to. Yes.
Wow.
It was called The Sands, and the episode is called Hair Trigger Block. If you want to listen, Chicago History Podcast.
I'll
So there
plug
you
it.
go.
Plug it.
Yeah. Hair Trigger Block,
Yeah.
debauchery and murder in Chicago. I just did it a couple weeks ago. Fascinating to me. By the way, the basis of where all of the debauchery was going on in Chicago is about where that tall building is with a guy's name on it. It's got 5 letters. I forget what
Ooh,
it's called.
yeah, it's irrelevant.
Drake?
I think the name.
No, not Drake. It begins with a T. Anyway, I don't remember. He might have been a president at one point. The point is, this is a nutty area.
I feel
It's
like
had a
that's
lot
fitting
of.
that building is right there.
Thank you. A lot of
Yeah.
crazy history.
So to your point about
Uh-oh.
the Sands,
I wasn't really making a point.
yeah, no, but you did. You did.
Arbitrary.
Yeah,
speech.
yeah. So we keep on moving along the coastline right there, along the shoreline of Chicago here.
Yeah.
Streeterville. Streeterville
Oh yeah.
is almost directly tied into what you're talking about here with the Sands and everything. Streeterville comes from basically a sailor, captain.
Sailor is
Yeah,
generous.
Yeah, it's very generous.
pirate?
Yeah.
He was basically a pirate.
Yeah, he's a guy with a boat.
Yeah, he's a guy with a
Yeah.
boat, George Streeter.
Who doesn't have a boat?
So here's his story. Here's his story.
Me. I don't have a boat.
I don't have a boat. Streeterville is derived from George Streeter, who had a steamboat in the area where Streeterville is now, and the squatters you were talking about, he saw, wait a minute, people are moving here, and this is good land. He said, well, shit, I am going to claim that I was here. I'm a squatter. This is my land. To the point, he said that this is not even Illinois. You can't kick me out. This is mine. And all because he wanted to own the land and be his own. He wanted to govern his own land. So he said that Streeterville, which is in Chicago and clearly in Illinois, he said, no, it's not. It went to court. They said, you're wrong. And
Yeah.
they,
Get outta here.
Yeah.
get out of here. They let it still be named Streeterville.
Yeah. He claimed it as sovereign land.
Yes.
Wow.
And basically said, this is my domain.
This is mine.
White people. I tell
And
you.
it was, I mean,
they've just been discovering land since the
Listen.
beginning of
we white people like to argue crazy
discover
stuff.
things.
There
We
was-
like to discover things and argue crazy things.
Which is crazy because
Yeah.
the fact that they even, I bet you at the time
I
they
bet
were
you
like,
it's
do we
British.
have to go to goddamn court over this? Like this is Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Is he a British pirate?
He was from Plainfield, Illinois.
Joliet, Louis Joliet.
Dragged.
I don't know a lot of people from Plainfield, Illinois, but this sounds like Dario.
If you are listening in Plainfield, Illinois, I cannot back you up on this. This would be some shit y'all would do, knowing y'all for all those years. 1920, the Michigan Avenue Bridge was formed, was built, and what that did
I like
was
formed, like it was
Yeah,
made
yeah.
of clay.
Yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
just
it's like a
sitting there
scene
molding.
out of Ghost.
Somebody just sitting
Patrick
there.
Swayze. Patrick Swayze is reaching past Demi Moore, forming. Go on, sorry.
So it was formed. No, it was built. But now what that did was it actually gave people more reason to build around that land. So you had shops, everything you see now. That was the start of it right there, like for Michigan Avenue,
I didn't realize that at some point you couldn't just cross the bridge.
right?
On foot.
It made no sense. Like you just couldn't.
What did you
couldn't-
do?
You-
Like,
Well, I mean,
swim?
there weren't nice bridges. They were,
They were
pretty
rickety.
small
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
rickety.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you had to get, I mean, you had to find a way across.
Think about it. It's the 20s, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
1950s is when the Mag Mile was started. Now, here's the thing: good and a lot of bad, because what it did was it was started. Obviously, the people are booming there, and more on now that you got access to it. Let's pull more shops, and it made it more. You won't hear it in post. No.
No, go on. I'm sorry.
yeah. It was.
It sounds like people are throwing dishes.
Yeah,
at
right.
each other
Like
here.
we can hear everything live,
Yeah.
but like when it's done, you can hear. But
All right.
but a lot of shops and everything you now, it started building. That's where Mag Mile came from.
In the 50s, you said?
Yes, in the 50s, but it was part of Chicago's urban renewal, which, long story short, pushed out people or encompass what I mentioned earlier, Cabrini Green, which is not a neighborhood, but it was a neighborhood way back in 1942 all the way to 2011 when the last building was deconstructed. So what happened was they knew that this was a booming land, right? And it just kept spreading beyond Michigan Avenue, right? And again, keep in mind now, this is still in near north. Cabrini Green was in near north, technically. And they started building around it, houses and homes around it that were good homes. And Cabrini Green was a project housing, was meant to be for good, right? It was meant to be for good. We all know here in Chicago, it was not. It was what we consider the projects, right?
Sure.
Probably one of the most prominent projects here in Chicago. So what they did was, in this part, I don't want to say this, but Mayor Daley commissioned the deconstruction, the demolishment of some of the buildings right when they knew the Michigan Avenue and the near north side was actually starting to boom. He demolished. I don't want to say it because I want to speak bad. Like I don't want to do that.
Just
But
tell the true
it is what it
history,
is.
like, I don't
He
know.
shut it down, right? The city shut that down, right? And that's how the Cabrini Green apartments got shut down. Now that was supposed to be replaced, and they were supposed to take the displaced people and move them out
Right.
somewhere. It didn't happen. We know that didn't happen. It's still something that is, if you are here in Chicago, you know that they owe us. Like you owe us, and a lot of people that you displaced. 2011 was the last building demolished, and that's only yesteryear. That's 11 years ago from the time of this podcast. That is not too far off from when they demolished. And sent these people packing, basically. You know what I mean? Which is a sad thing about Cabrini Green, because it almost got a bad rep.
But did they replace the high rises with
Mixed
use affordable housing,
Mixed-
or did they put a target there?
So yeah, combination of both.
I mean,
it was a combination of both. They did put mixed use there, right? But who could afford the mixed use?
well, and
Yeah.
and based on the numbers of people that
Mhm.
were in Cabrini Green compared to what they replaced it with, it's like
Yeah, it was a horrible give take. You know what I mean? Like it's one of
but
those.
Target.
But
Is that the Gothic Target? That's
no.
that's- Oh.
Gothic Target's by the zero.
Yeah.
Zero,
It's
zero.
by the
Yeah.
zero. By Primark.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
knows that. Yeah, it's by Primark.
By 0-0. But that is by Primark. Now we
It
can't
all
look at
comes
Primark.
back to I got
We
to
go-
buy T-shirts now.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
look like Primark like damn
$10,
it.
10 t-shirts for $5.
Yeah, they are
That's-
good. That is
Are
a
they? They're like sweatshop deals.
that's a European company.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Even the young kids in sweatshops would be like, "This is crap.
This is
I'm not gonna.
Trash.
You
I can't condone
don't
this.
buy this."
No, I
Yeah.
can't condone it.
I wouldn't wear it.
Yeah, no.
Personally, I wouldn't wear it.
So that's a little bit about Cabrini Green. Don't want to end on that note.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing us down.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
don't want to.
jeez.
I will bring it. I will bring it back up. You got
That's
something?
what she said.
No.
That's it.
Oh,
I'll bring it back. That's what she said. Yeah,
Oh.
that was good.
I was like, it's the light boob button,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's light blue. Yeah. Fun fact.
Again,
I know y'all love
He
it.
loves
throw that
those
around.
fun
You
facts.
throw that around.
And
a little too
here's
loosely.
the thing. It's just
You just-
so River North is one of the neighborhoods in here, and most Chicagoans don't
don't go to
don't
the River.
don't go to River North. I don't. I don't.
Do you?
No, we don't. You want overpriced.
I'm 30 years too old for that.
Look, dude. I think the moment
And
you
I'm
do
only 35.
Of course.
So go on.
the moment you do it once in River North, you're too old.
Yeah.
Like, so you only need one experience to know I spent way too much money.
Way too much.
Anyway, but here's the thing. So they have this. I didn't know this. There's Little Sicily, which was kind of like coined down there, and I did some research on what is Little Sicily in River North, right? And it was the home to the first Italian Roman church here in Chicago. Yes. Yep. It was. Yeah, my bad.
It seemed like it got louder.
It did. Yeah. Well, my coins are louder.
Okay. They're more valuable than our
Yeah.
coins?
Yes.
Than Sarah's coin?
I don't ever get
How
coins.
dare you?
I get like a coin every 4
You
episodes.
should get coins all the
I
time.
agree.
You
I
get
agree.
you got a coin this
I'm the
episode.
comic relief. Of
Your
this
man don't
episode.
treat you
Wow.
right.
This is a whole lot.
Oh,
I get bras a lot. I get the bang
Oh.
noise.
Oh, but never coins?
I got that a few times.
Dario.
I mean, you could tell who controls the
Oh,
board.
you
It's
know what?
meaningless
No.
now. It
Yeah,
doesn't even
no.
matter.
She
It's
got
like
coins.
it's like buying me flowers after I've asked you to buy
this
me
is
flowers.
right.
It's irrelevant.
Y'all not gonna do this to
No,
me.
no, no. It's
Irrelevant.
worse. It's like you say you should buy me flowers, and he goes, "Can I borrow $20 to buy you flowers?"
He goes
It's even
here
worse.
And
Yeah.
then clicks it.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with
Yeah,
that?
and then he asks you to go pick him up. Like, wait a minute,
This is
this is
preposterous.
terrible.
He does like jewel pickup, and then I
Yeah.
have to go and give him
Right?
my
He's like,
card
"What?
number.
I buy you flowers with your money, but you got to go pick them up."
It
That's
just-
what you'll.
It's under the name Dario.
Sorry. Yeah.
Make it personal.
Yeah.
Anyway, the name of that church was Assumption. Now, here's the thing with that. It had a mandate that all the Italians from Lake Michigan all the way to the Mississippi River had to go to that church.
Had to go to that?
Yeah, it was a mandate. It was a mandate.
Who
which
was
is-
enforcing the mandate? God? I don't.
The Italian Romans. They were. They were
Classic
enforcing-
Italians.
You know? But in true
Enforcing
Chicago
things.
fashion, we were like,
No.
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 So what do we start doing? Start building more churches.
Yeah, I'd be like, here, church across the street. I'm going there.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's literally what they did.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be
Saucy.
the energy that I would. Bring.
Wow.
That's literally what they did. They
There you
built
go.
other parishes, and
Some energy.
that's how we do it.
I would
Tommy.
also
Wow.
film myself in the church and then send it to them.
You would do that. They had film like this. You would
That's fine.
I'd like to
That's
get a
fine.
copy of that, please.
whatever you need to do.
those are the fun facts that I have. That's
Wow.
the history
That was a
of.
lot of fun facts.
You know what? You crushed it.
I did.
Holy cow.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
No, you get no more coins. Oh,
All right.
I
you
feel
get no
like-
more coins until
Yeah.
Sarah gets coins.
Thank you.
You know
Sarah
what?
Gets coins. What do you?
Let's go back and listen to every single episode. That's your task
Yeah.
for this week. Listen to every single episode and find all the
Yeah.
coins that I've ever gotten.
I want you to put together a tally sheet of times you gave yourself coins,
You know-
or
Yeah.
guest coins, and
Here's
then
the-
Sarah coins.
Y'all,
Honestly, it's sad.
I didn't give myself coins for like the first 50 episodes.
That is not
They're
true.
so gonna break up tonight.
Over a
Oh
coin.
my gosh, I feel bad that I
Over
was here.
imaginary coin.
Unpack
Feels
all
so
these.
bad. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, we're gonna go to break and then we're gonna talk about some food. We're gonna
Hey.
we can talk about food. Let's get ready.
Welcome back.
That's the remix, y'all. Go ahead.
That song's gonna haunt my dreams. I love it.
It's not even a song. It's like a 35-year-old lady going.
Yeah, I love it.
With the jazz hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Golden Girls transition
For
song.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure, she has like lime green leggings on.
Wait,
Oh,
slow
wow.
down. Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Now you're talking my speed.
That's your vibe.
Yeah.
Everybody got a
Kidding
type.
me?
Everybody got a type.
Chartreuse
Yeah.
outfits.
Listen. What do they say in the jungle?
Lion sleeps at night.
The slower gazelle is the
Hey.
easier one to take down.
It's a
Come
little-
on.
Hey, let's go.
You're gonna cut that out, right?
That's a
No,
little-
no, we
I
keep
got
it.
coins.
That's a little-
Look at that. I got
He gets
coins.
a coin for the rapey comment, and I get no coins.
Listen, for the record, and I'm telling you guys way too much. I think it was 2004 or 2005. There was a cougar. I kid you not,
Like an actual
a
animal.
physical cougar that was in Roscoe Village.
Okay.
Really?
It was, yeah, you can look it up. It was in the history. And so my immediate joke, because I'm a hacky comedian myself, was I've taken down plenty of cougars in Roscoe Village. Oh, there was such a delay. For those of you only listening to audio, I had to make Dario give me
No, no,
Well,
coins.
at least you got a coin.
Your boy was
Oh,
scratching his leg.
were you so horrified by that? Hold on. Our
We got
drinks
our-
are here.
Yeah, we got our drinks here, y'all.
Yeah.
Like you guys need them. I mean,
Hold on.
Just
How
letting these
dare
back
you.
all day.
Getting turned up on the podcast.
All right. Do you
This is
remember
an
what you
action-
ordered
this is
there, Funny
actually
Boy?
an intervention.
Shoot, what is this? The Manhattan, Kentucky?
Something fisting something.
Yeah. Wow.
Our guy, it's the Montucky Handshake. It's
Hey.
the
Oh.
Montucky Cold Snack Lager and 1 shot of Greenbrier Bourbon.
Hey.
And
It's a
it is
beer
being
and bourbon.
expertly poured
Yeah, right now.
from the perfect height
Yeah.
into the pint glass. Oh my gosh.
This is a marvelous
guy
thing.
is amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
So you take the shot after? Or
I
in
can't look away.
between?
You can take it whenever.
Oh.
We're going to do it Boilermaker
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna
you can dump
drop
it in there?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm about to say, we ain't got enough
no,
space.
No. You drink down a little bit and then
Yeah,
drop
yeah.
it in there.
Oh, this
Oh
is
my gosh.
so this is the
I
food
like
portion.
this guy so
Oh
much.
yeah, this is welcome back to the food
Thank
portion of
you.
the episode.
Holy cow. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
I like
Tommy's
this guy.
drunk.
What?
Hitting
How
on our
dare
waiter.
you?
No, we hit. We good. I almost said
Dare you.
We hit.
You're the only one for me. Dario. I mean, Sarah. Oh, awkward. No.
I saw your hug outside.
Nah,
That's
That
true.
was, that was professional.
It's a good hug.
it's fun to see Tommy again.
I like my Dario time. All right. Where were we?
Anyway,
Are we talking about history or are we going to jump into food?
We're gonna jump
jumping
into the food.
All right.
So today we are at Chicago Q.
Hey, I never
Which
heard of
is-
this place.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey,
Oh,
cheers.
yeah.
Get it.
Which is an upscale barbecue.
Oh,
he
shit.
drank
Hold
the
on.
whole shot.
Yeah.
damn.
So Dario jammed it down his gullet like
Oh,
a
wow.
frat boy.
Wow.
I'm gonna savor this shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not.
That's okay.
I'm about to be lit on this one.
Yeah, you are.
About to be.
The only thing that makes
I'm about
Dario
to be.
drunk is shots.
That's the only thing.
And his own ego. He's drunk on his own ego.
Drunk on my own power. No.
This little board.
That's the fun. This board is
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
This is-
You're that guy who doesn't give up the TV remote, right?
Oh,
Are you like,
I sleep with it in my hand.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He tries to pry your fingers off of it, and you're like, I'm watching that. Like, you're asleep. I'm not asleep.
Sarah, no, I probably
I'm
fall
resting
asleep
my
before I
eyes.
even realize what's going on.
yeah, but the things that are yours are yours.
Oh.
Yeah. Here
you
we
know
go.
what I mean?
Do you have a room at home with
Oh,
a
yeah.
lock on the door? Like,
No.
don't go in there.
lock. No lock, but I know better than to look through it.
These
Just-
people gonna
you know
think
what I
that I'm
mean?
like
As
some
we
kind of
get
like.
to know more about the serial killer,
Oh.
known as Dario.
No.
Sarah and I are gonna have a whole new
He's got
podcast.
bodies.
Like,
And I'm the feature on
yeah,
Yeah.
like Sarah and Tommy fell in love after Dario came out as a serial killer. I would listen to that podcast, right? Oh my god,
That'd be horrible.
I'm gonna start writing it today.
We should start a mock one. Just
A podcast.
Mock nothing. It is a straight up podcast.
this is real, huh?
Sorry, where are we today, Sarah?
Chicago Q.
Chicago cute. There you go.
Thanks,
I gave you
Tommy.
coins, baby.
Thank you.
There you go.
Which is like an upscale barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
It's meant to. The vibe of it is meant to mimic like a nice southern restaurant. They exclusively play country music. So
Exclusively.
that's your thing. It's been like my sister is like a country music person.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Some?
No, but here's why. She's a Gen Zer, and so for them, it's like alternative.
Oh,
It's like the way Fall Out Boy was for my millennial generation.
This
For
is the
her,
second
it's like
podcast in a row we did.
Temperate Claw. She thinks she's being edgy, but she's gonna listen to this and she's gonna fucking hate me.
so to fill in people, Chicago Q is on Dearborn, just south of Division, in near North. We're sitting in this gorgeous room with a skylight.
Yes,
I'm taking over your.
please do.
Oh,
Way different than
she's-
Sarah was
she's-
describing.
yeah,
She just went
yeah.
off for about 2
Yeah.
minutes on her sister.
yeah. You were like Chicago Q. I hate my sister. Like, geez, that does not.
I don't hate her, but I reached
Oh,
the point
there's
where
a
it's
butt.
like-
Did you hear the butt? Let's talk about your sister's big butt. What about your sister do you not like?
I've reached the
Did she
point.
get more attention than you
No.
as a kid? Oh,
I got.
She
I
said
got
that
she said
confident.
no so fast.
no. I got the most attention out of my siblings.
Yeah.
can
I was the
confirm this.
oldest. My mom and my dad took pictures of me at every turn. Like I would turn my head, they would take a picture. Like
Yeah,
I was
classic
that
first
child.
kid.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I played all the instruments. I played all the sports.
All right, calm down.
You know, my sister basically raised herself,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
This
so
does not reflect well on your parents. They were all about
well,
you
my
and they
dad was
ignored.
dead, so that was, he
Jeez.
couldn't do much.
Wait, where's the
Yeah, I got you. I know. I got you.
Is there a
Hold
No.
on. This one.
No, he wants
yeah,
that.
you-
I want like a Oh, now that's not appropriate for a dead dad. Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's fine.
Jeez.
It's been forever.
Oh, so it makes it easier?
A
You're
little.
heartless. Oh my
little.
god. So you hate your sister and you don't care that your dad is dead.
This,
Um,
somehow we talking about food. This
Sure.
portion.
Chicago Q.
Yeah.
Is
So-
just south of Division on Dearborn.
And it's they've been here for 10 years. They opened a little over 10 years. They opened in 2010 and
12 to be exact.
12 years. And the chef
Somebody's a math major. Okay.
I,
Jeez.
I studied business.
Yeah.
You talking about me?
Oh. Wow.
We the ones drinking that, dude.
I'm a little tipsy. I just had literally just water and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the chef, Art Smith, if you don't know who he is a judge on Pitmasters. He's been on Top Chef. He's done a bunch of shit. I think he has a James Beard.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He's a
Or at
very,
least a beard. It may not be a James beard. It may be
a regular
full on facial
No, I
hair.
don't think he has a beard.
Oh,
No.
he's clean shaven, but
Yeah.
has a James beard.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not hip to all your restaurant lingo, but I will make all my hacky middle-aged dad jokes.
Clean
Just to
shaven.
keep
but
it moving along.
But it has a James Beard.
That's a good one. That's a good.
No, don't ever repeat that. Jesus.
It's on the internet.
I'm embarrassed for myself.
Somebody gonna run it back.
Take the board and run with it.
What do you how would you
so
describe
let me
this
ask you.
place?
Well, no, I think you did a great job. It's I would say it's a little more upscale.
yeah, for sure. I've never
um,
had a barbecue at a place with this energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dario rarely takes you to places with cloth napkins. So that had to be weird.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. The menu does not have pictures of the food on it. So that had to be weird. You were like, Dario, how do I know what I'm ordering?
What are hot links? Yeah.
I have to read? I
know
can't
me.
just point at the picture and go,
That's
"Ugh."
the fanciness of it.
I
That's
can't
the
read.
fanciness.
Fancy.
This place has an outdoor like patio that is very unassuming that it's a
Yeah,
barbecue.
it
joint.
looks not like a
We pulled
barbecue
up. We
place.
pulled up, and when we got out the car, we walked. We were like, "Is this the spot?"
We're also not dressed like we should be here.
I mean, I feel like this.
Okay, for the record, we were until you spilled how much sauce all over your white
No one
blouse.
saw it for the whole episode.
Okay.
I'm-
Now I
I'm-
have to show.
I'm sure Tommy is.
I mean,
there it is.
you guys can all picture it, even the audio only picture. It looks like she was
It's a lot of
involved in a
sauce.
mob
But
killing.
it's because I tried
A
to eat
mob
some of
killing.
the beans and then they fell.
It's
off the fork.
precisely after she
Yeah.
talked shit.
Yeah, but you weren't using a spoon. You tried to scoop it up with your hand.
No, I didn't. It was a
And-
fork.
The bean juice dripped through your fingers.
I would never. I would never.
In my mind,
You never
you
spilled
would,
the beans?
Sarah.
That's not-
In my mind,
You would never spill the beans.
oh, see,
Don't
you
laugh
don't
at
get
that.
coins.
Don't laugh at that.
You don't get- no, I'm not.
That wasn't even my joke.
no,
He
it
just
was
gave
horrible.
it to himself.
No, it was horrible.
It was.
He was so excited to hit that rim shot.
Hey,
He was. He said the
excited.
joke twice. I
know.
ignored it the first
I
time,
know.
and then he
was
said it
so
again,
Excited.
and then gave
You know what?
himself that little.
We gotta let him have
You know.
every once in a while.
Let me do
So
it.
no, this is I got to tell you, I like this place quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, I highly recommend it. Tell me what you thought of the what was the sandwich you got, Dario?
The pit.
Pit.
The pit.
Pit
It comes.
sandwich.
Yeah, it comes with prime brisket, pulled
Mhm.
pork, hot link, sauce, slaw, and mild sauce.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that hot link.
Yeah, let's talk about the hot link.
Holy cow!
So
It's
y'all,
hot.
yeah, it's hot and it is very reminiscent of another famous hot link here, Lim's Barbecue over there in Chatham, which we just featured last episode. Very, very good hot link, and to the point it made me question. I'm like, where did you make this? And they told us, our waiter told us that they make it here, which is an absolute like great thing that they do. If they really,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's an absolute lie.
no, no, no,
I really did. I was like, oh, he's got to call him
I
out.
see the Lems bag.
You know, stop it. Just stop. No, they did. No, come on now. Look. Rob is the manager. We talked. I don't want him to think that we.
No,
We
no.
think
They
that we're snaking
actually
limbs.
they do all the dry rubs here, all the smoking here. Everything
they
is
do.
done here.
Which is so. Here's the thing. Here's the reason why it like is shocking to me, because like if you judge a book by its cover, you definitely would look at this place and be like,
This is not about to be good.
yeah, this is not going to be a good
Like,
barbecue.
like it's not about to be sloppy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if I imagine barbecue, I'm thinking like I need to get shit on my shirt. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
You did.
And you did.
I did.
And
I
you did a
because
lot of
it's-
it.
because
I
it's
mean,
that good.
It's an embarrassing amount, quite frankly. I think your dry cleaner is going to be angry with you for the mess that you made. So let me ask you this, Dario.
yes.
The brisket
Yeah.
in your sandwich.
How would you describe
how would you describe it?
First of all, I want
One
to.
word.
I want.
If
Listen,
you had one word.
listener.
Sarah, what do you think his one word would be?
Listen, no, listener. I want you to
Dario,
know.
answer.
I want you to know how big of a setup this is right now. I want y'all to know that I do use the word tender. Y'all know this because it's the only word that I can convey how
That
I
and
feel.
gamey.
In your-
Those are the two
yeah.
adjectives
Yeah.
relating to.
Yeah.
If it's bad, it's
We're
gamey.
gonna-
If it's good, it's tender.
I'm gonna get him that word of the day calendar that he's always asked for,
It's tender. Y'all know what I mean by
but he
tender.
only wants it to say tender every day,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then one day it's gonna say gamey.
gamey.
Yep.
One day of the week.
It'd be
If
a
it-
picture of a chicken, a gamey chicken.
Listen, leave him alone. Look at this handsome guy.
He doesn't
Come
need
on.
to know words.
I-
He doesn't need
He's
words.
too pretty.
Look, I'm
Oh,
that frat boy.
so
I'm
the
that-
brisket.
The brisket was good. It was gay. It was tender.
He almost said gamey.
See, he's got two words in his. He's got two words locked and loaded at any time. He's
No,
not
but
sure-
it
sure
was
what
really
to
good. It was really good. It
Yeah.
was, again, judge a book by its cover. And
Yeah.
if you do that, you will greatly miss out on this
Yeah.
restaurant.
And you did. So they gave us 3 sauces.
Yes. So they gave us 3 sauces, which was spicy, mustard, and then sweet, like a sweet sauce. I had the sweet.
They're
on
all
that first.
barbecue.
They're all barbecue. Yeah,
Yeah.
all barbecue.
Yeah.
I had the sweet. You got the same thing, but you had the hot sauce on there first.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
questioned, this is what kind of spurred the conversation of where's this hot link from? like this hot link is taken over. Because yours was spicy, the sauce you had was spicy, sauce I had was sweet, but we both were like, this hot link is pretty.
Yeah, the hot link had
Yeah.
a kick,
Yeah.
and the spicy sauce like amped it up quite a bit.
Right.
Where I
Yes.
was like immediately sweating.
Yeah. You
Um,
pointed out too, though, that if you look at the hot link, it had the spicy, you could see all the spices.
Yeah,
in
I
it.
cut it open. I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
look at that!"
And look, reason why we like laboring on this hot link is because it was that good. Like
Yeah.
it was honestly that good. And y'all know, y'all listen to this podcast. I
That's
love
the
how
sausage, guys.
here's your goddamn coin.
Oh, I thought he was going to go that. So she said.
I know.
So
But
to
I
have
tricked y'all.
right, so to have on this sandwich the hot link on top of the pulled pork, brisket, the slaw, the
Mhm.
I mean,
I thought it was gonna be a lot, and it definitely was.
It was
that's what.
No,
That-
but it wasn't like I had a bite of your sandwich, and it was. I feel like the coleslaw is great because the hot link is spicy, and then that's a little cool. The brisket is tender, and everything was just like it works together. I thought like it wouldn't work
Yeah.
all these different kinds of
you know,
styles of meat.
I didn't even really taste the coleslaw, if I'm being honest.
Well, okay. To be fair, the coleslaw was smaller than I expected.
Right.
It
Yeah.
wasn't terrible.
Right,
And it was a little bit off to the side. They didn't put it on the top, which normally I appreciate, but
Yeah.
I like a lot of slaw.
right.
Sides.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So every sandwich you order comes with a side.
yep.
And you can get fries, coleslaw, cornbread, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese,
Fries.
veggies, or an additional hot link. And you got baked beans.
With
right?
smoked brisket baked beans. So
Yeah,
it also
smoked
had the brisket in there, which
Yeah.
was very good.
Oh,
Yeah, that was really good.
yeah, it's very good. The beans were like the sweet. I don't know. You have barbecue, you gotta have baked beans. I'm sorry, it's just, and if you're black, you gotta have spaghetti.
Don't I know it?
Do you?
Don't I know it?
You know
Yeah.
it. You
You
know
Well, of course I know it, which is why I got fries.
Okay.
it. They don't have spaghetti here.
But to be fair,
Yeah.
you got through your sandwich and you were like, I'm full. I
Yes.
can't even eat my beans. And I was
Right,
like,
right.
You got 3 forms of meat on there.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And you know,
I'm
and
gonna pull that button.
yeah,
off.
yeah, but it's so much after you eat all you
It
go
was
through that.
really good.
It
though.
was
really-
it was quite filling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard to go through everything and finish it off, man. So,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad thing,
Yeah.
because you get a sizable portion of
Yeah.
your side. Like
They're
and
generous.
that sandwich
Yes.
is $23 with the side. So that's
it's
like,
worth it to me.
yeah,
that's worth it.
I agree.
Because you got a lot of fries,
Wait
you
a
got a lot of
second.
macaroni. and
Did I
cheese.
say I was buying?
You sure
Oh my
did.
gosh, what the? Jesus.
And we about 5 shot
Treat.
teas in.
Oh
5 drinks in.
boy, this is an expensive
No,
podcast.
I think this was good. It's worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a great value.
Yes.
And drinks,
Very.
I mean, let's talk drinks.
Well, let's talk about Sarah's.
Well, I
Oh,
got
sorry.
the
Yeah, yeah,
burger.
Sorry.
yeah.
I
Sorry.
got the Q burger, which is sliced brisket,
Yeah.
cheddar, spring mix, caramelized onion, and then 2 patties.
Yeah, right.
Like there's a layer of
Yeah.
brisket, 2 patties,
Uh,
cheese, spring mix, and
getting hungry
caramelized
again.
onions.
Again.
right?
It was. I literally had 3 bites of that burger,
Yeah.
and I couldn't.
Oh no, I was
Well, also
watching the whole
because-
time. Is that weird?
Bruh.
That's what it is. It's also because they brought chips and pickles
Oh
to
yeah.
start off, which they're homemade pickles and homemade chips.
Homemade pickles.
Yeah, those pickles that we had in the beginning.
Yeah.
Those are
I don't know
homemade
who's
pickles.
home, but
Yeah,
they were
right.
great.
Somebody's
Wait,
home.
Yeah.
who home? how do you-
Art.
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 It might have been Arts, right?
Art's making pickles
How
in
do
the
you
back.
How do you like home make a pickle? You take
How
a
do,
cucumber.
how do you think pickles are made?
Yeah. how do you
It comes
think
with cucumber.
Yeah, but who
Right.
make like? What do you think?
Do you think they're only made in
in
factories?
Look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Wow,
at the same time? Twinsies.
Then what? Like honestly, I guess I never
I
heard
mean, it's just
homemade.
vinegar
Okay.
and then like pickling spices, like
Yeah.
whatever mustard seed.
I mean,
Got it.
or,
you say that as if
dill.
we are not 79 episodes in, and
I mean-
I am a cook.
but like,
Right. But
you said, but this is common knowledge.
I mean, I thought it was.
what happened to
I
him?
thought it was.
Did really?
I thought it was.
Look, I cannot be the only one out there that be like, oh, that's how you make a pickle.
All right. You know what? For the record, Sarah has nailed how to make a pickle. I
mean,
can think of
I've
at
made
least-
pickles. There are some in the fridge that I've
I know.
made.
Oh,
What?
I mean,
Really?
Yes, there's carrot pickles, onion pickles.
This is weird to find
asparagus
about this on the
pickles.
podcast
do
right
you
now.
not go in your own fridge?
He does not.
I don't.
You know what? He will go in the if it's not immediately
Let's
in
talk
front
about
of him.
Dario. You can go, Dario.
If it's not immediately in
excused.
front of him, he does not see it.
Right.
It
So he
has
just
to
thinks
be-
that any pickle has the word cloth.
First of all, I'm not gonna
nearby.
let you take this man, take me down as a
I'm
man.
not taking you down as a
No.
man.
No.
I'm stating fact that
Yeah.
This is true.
Anyway, you can make
I
pickles
feel like
at
it's
home.
also almond.
And these pickles were made probably
somebody's
here in the
house.
restaurant quite easily.
D-
And they were delightful.
Probably they were fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah.
They were.
And you're not even a pickle guy. You
No,
said
I'm,
earlier.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Not since
Yeah.
the 4th grade. It was
They're really good. They're
Since
like
I was in Chicago.
sweet. They're very sweet. They're not like they're sliced into
dill pickle?
No, they're not. I don't think they're dill.
I don't know what they were.
I feel like they were dill pickle.
Oh,
That
all
I
of a
do
sudden
know.
he's a pickle expert. In the last 30 seconds, he's
now
like,
he knows what
let
a
me
dill
step
is.
in. I'm
Okay,
going to
He's
tell
like,
you about pickles.
I think it's a
It
dill.
might have been a
pickle.
gherkin at one point. Like, oh, really? Okay, Dario. Jesus. Yeah, the pickle king of Chicago has stepped into Chicago Q. Jesus, come on, Dario.
I mean,
Stay in your lane.
I will.
Anyway.
Tender.
Stay in your tender lane. That's the name of a movie you made in the 90s.
Tender lane.
Your all male cast. So what was your
I
side?
was gonna say, I got the mac and cheese,
And how was it?
it was really good.
You
It
barely
wasn't-
got to it.
I barely
Yeah.
got to it.
And
I
then
don't
you
want
were
to talk
gonna
about the rest.
you were gonna
I
take
need
it
to-
home, and
nope,
then what
stop.
happened?
I knew he was gonna go there.
I
I
know
knew he
he
was.
going to.
I knew he was gonna do
All
it.
right.
He doesn't even know what my side is if it weren't for that part of the story.
Oh, you know what? It's probably true. Okay, if they didn't have mac and cheese. Oh, so for the record, hold on, we didn't even talk about this.
Yeah.
Daria and I were going to split a starter. It was
Mhm.
going to be the Creole fried alligator
But
Yeah.
with a Creole remoulade,
Let me.
and I was so excited.
Yeah.
Right.
And we said it to our guy, and he
They were
went,
all out.
We're out of alligator."
Oh.
I feel like you just opened. How are you?
I mean, I feel like alligator season was probably booming. It was hot this.
I,
Was it?
You know,
Florida,
I don't.
Florida.
I don't know when alligator season is.
It's probably now.
Do they
Swamp.
die?
Swamp. I mean, think about it. Florida. Where you get alligator from?
I don't know.
Got to be Florida.
Wasn't there one in like the pond in like
That was, Chance the Snapper,
yeah
Hyde Park,
Hyde
and
Park.
Humble Park.
Yeah, I hope they're not putting that on the menu.
Humboldt Park alligators.
Jeez, what just happened here? So anyway, I was a little disappointed.
You'd
about
rather have
that,
a Florida
but
alligator?
You know what?
With the oranges.
You know why? Because they're more tender.
Yeah.
Hey,
So there you go. There's your
hey.
callback. Thank you.
That was good. That
Points.
was
Wow.
good.
Wow. I don't like
That's
this.
good.
I like coins. All right, let's talk about drinks.
Corn.
Or
Corn. Corn. It's amazing.
That's not the song.
Look at it. You know, whatever the hell that shit
let's
is.
talk about drinks.
Yeah.
Sarah,
drink.
what did you have to
Let's-
drink?
I had a Diet Coke with
Oh.
grenadine and 2 cherries.
Hey,
Oh,
two cherries. Okay.
Slow down, lady.
2 cherries.
Dario, what haven't you had? I feel like that'll be a smaller list.
Let's see.
Hold on. I'm
You
going to give you
had-
the sheet.
Here's the thing. Here's
So you can
so
work your way through.
I can tell you, it's a lot. Here's what I did have, Sazerac. So at first I was going, y'all know me. It's only 2 drinks I'm gonna get here, right? It's either the old fashioned or whatever rendition they have here,
yeah.
or the Sazerac. I started to order the old fashioned, which is $18. I really don't understand why.
It's because it's a 10-year
Well,
bourbon.
right. I was going to say,
You know, we
they're
should
using
have
the
had
It's a
that.
fancy
rare.
bourbon.
It's
We
an
should-
Eagle Rare 10-year bourbon.
You know what? Next time we come back, I'm going to buy you that.
That-
They're
yeah.
actually here. They're known for their bourbons and their whiskeys. They have very hard to find bourbons and whiskeys. They collect
Okay,
them.
that
so,
makes sense. That makes
you
sense.
know.
Yeah.
So which you can definitely tell in what we did have the Sazerac. Excuse me. There we go. Y'all drink up.
Shot.
Take a shot, y'all. Every yeah.
Every time Dario burps
I
on the
gotcha.
podcast.
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
take-
Take a shot. I love Sazeracs, and this was very good. What you think?
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it very much.
It was so
Yeah.
for me. It
It's
was,
served in a coupe glass,
Yes.
which was presentation was
I
fantastic.
love that.
Yeah.
and immediately when it came to the table, Tommy and I both we like smelled it and was like, okay, the smell of it
That-
alone
that
was just
lovely.
But like I feel like we've had I at least I've had Sazeracs before where doesn't come off that strong of a smell right off the top. I mean, that one I smelled it from a distance. I
Yeah.
was like, holy
What
shit.
it-
As he was
What-
setting it down, it was like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little bit of heaven.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. And also the cool thing is maybe it's a placebo. I don't know, Tommy, but in the glass that it was served in, I felt like I got more Sazerac. I felt like it was more. Typically, it's served in a whiskey glass, and you don't get a lot of Sazerac because it's that strong. Did you feel like it was you got more volume?
I don't
That's
know.
a good question.
You know what? It is a good question.
Yeah.
Let me ponder.
Okay. Yeah. Think about that. Here's the thing. I feel like it was more. I feel like I got more Sazerac, which is something I like because you don't get a lot with Sazeracs. You got to sip slow. That's the point of it. You know what I mean? Because it'll hit you real hard, real quick.
Would you say the word of the day is tender or Sazerac?
Sazerac at this
Okay,
point.
good.
Yeah, Sazerac
Yeah,
is
no,
the
he's-
liquor started to kick in.
He is double down.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. Oh.
Sarah's right. Sarah's right about the shots. Look at.
Yeah.
Sarah's right
Shots
about the
make you
shots.
Drunk. What was the second drink you had?
Oh, I had the hold
Okay.
on. It's called the Risky Paloma.
Yeah.
And it's called the Risky Paloma. So normally a Paloma is tequila, grapefruit, a little bit of lime, maybe some simple syrup, maybe
Mhm.
not. But this Paloma was made with the Tin Cup Rye,
Yeah.
which is why it's called the Risky Paloma. Delightful.
Really?
Yeah, I think the grapefruit flavor really came through. Now, you actually had a little taste of it.
Look.
What did you think of it? Did you immediately taste the grapefruit, or did you taste another wildly different fruit?
By now, y'all know that when Tommy lobbed me up like that, you know he set me up for something.
Set up. Yep.
Look, I tasted a pineapple or
Peach.
a peach.
No, yeah, you were
Yeah,
like,
you was
I,
ready.
I taste. Yeah, we're
Said
yeah.
Peach.
He's like, I taste peach. I'm like,
Y'all
are
it
you
tastes like
crazy? They're not even close.
I tasted
And
peach,
you're
y'all.
a food guy.
No.
What
Sarah's
happened to
the.
you?
Not-
I'm a Chicago historian.
You've eaten enough to know the difference between a peach
He's
and
never
a pine.
had a grapefruit. He's never actively had a grapefruit.
What?
I bet money on it. I don't know for a fact, but I would bet all the money in my bank account right now that he's never
Oh
had
my
a
gosh!
grapefruit.
All right, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Have you ever
Definitely had a
seen a
peach.
grapefruit spoon?
A
No.
grapefruit spoon?
No, he's never seen a grapefruit spoon.
I've never seen a grapefruit spoon.
Well, to be fair, that's white people shit. Regular people eat grapefruits like they're oranges.
Okay, fair enough.
I was eating grapefruits my whole life. I didn't know about
You know
a grapefruit
what?
spoon until I moved
Okay,
here. So
that is fantastic. For the record, my grandparents, who were Swedish,
there you go.
had grapefruit spoons. I know.
Yeah.
They were the whitest
They're like
people.
heirlooms.
What?
yeah.
So
yeah.
what is it? What is it?
So
It's a
it-
serrated spoon. that
Yeah,
you
it has
use to
serrated
scoop.
edges. on the spoon to
Just
help
like that.
cut out like the sections of the grapefruit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So I think I may be wrong. I feel like my grandparents used to like cut a grapefruit in half and maybe they'd sprinkle sugar
Yes,
on it
for
or
sure.
something. Right?
Yep. mhm.
And then they would see she gets white people stuff. And then they would give us a spoon and they'd be like, here's dessert. And I'd be like, Grandma, this is not
wait. So
uh,
they just serve.
breakfast. I don't remember.
So they
I
just
blocked
serve.
it out. I had a lot of therapy.
Let me get this right. So they
Trauma.
just serve just the take a scoop of that. and
No,
then-
no, no. They would cut the grapefruit in half, hand you half a grapefruit,
Oh.
pour some sugar on top, and then
Oh,
give you this grapefruit spoon with
to
it.
eat it.
And you would cut out the sections of grapefruit like
It's
How
like
big
how-
of a piece of
This is how eating disorders
half,
begin.
exactly.
how big is the grapefruit? Like, are we
No,
talking?
smaller.
It's
It's like a little bit bigger than an orange. It's like
have
this
you
big.
never been to a grocery store?
No, tell me.
Wait a minute.
You don't know how big a grapefruit is? What is going on? Am I
No,
being punked?
No, you're not.
I feel like
This is real life.
no. Honestly, people, y'all know I always
Okay.
take it to the people.
It's bigger than an orange.
Okay, there we go.
Smaller than a bowling ball? I don't know. Like,
Do you know
Smaller
what
than a watermelon.
Do you know what
I know what a grapefruit
listen, if you hear somebody say, I had a tumor as big as a grapefruit,
It's a big.
is.
thank you.
It's a big tumor.
It's
They're
it's like yellow on the outside, right? It's like
The
a
tumor
yeah.
or the
No,
grapefruit?
no.
It could be green. It could be pink. It could be yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, I had no clue. Again, this is what we do. This is why Sarah.
Okay.
This is our part. This
Folks,
is
we're going to
Literally
take a
my-
break now. We're going to go to the local. There's a Walgreens across the street. They probably have grapefruits.
Yeah.
really.
Yes.
Look. I couldn't. I mean, I could pick out a
The
grapefruit.
things that don't interest him really don't
Mm,
interest
no,
him.
no, no.
at
I
all.
mean, who's interested in grapefruits?
No, I mean,
Exactly.
like, I don't know.
I mean, look, it is what it is.
All right.
What are we talking about?
So the Risky Paloma
That does not taste like peaches.
did not taste like peaches. It was delightful. Tin cup rye, grapefruit, and lime. And you know what? It
Mhm.
was delightful. Served in a Collins glass.
Yeah.
And enjoyed it greatly.
It was good.
Yeah.
I had a sip of it. It was
Yeah.
very good. It was soon as we took a sip of it, regardless of the taste, it was mixed very well.
Refreshing, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. And we'll talk about the last drink in a second here, but those drinks were mixed very well.
Mm.
Like if we talk about like the
Nothing sat at the bottom.
yeah, nothing said at the bottom. The orange taste, the orange peel of the Sazerac was,
Infused.
yeah, it was really good. There you go.
I'm
Look
the
at-
thesaurus.
Coins!
Look at-
Wow.
You
See-
got coins for the
see,
word
here's-
infused.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. She tried to play. She know damn well I'd be giving her coins.
No one's trying to play anything.
Yeah. Look, you was.
I'm
The
just a poor, coinless
get out of it,
broad
Girl from Jordan.
girl.
immigrant. Just a coinless immigrant.
You saucy this episode. I like.
With a dead dad and a Gen Z sister. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
that she roasted the hell out of her sister 2 episodes in a row.
It's all too soon.
What's
It's all-
funny is we were in Jordan, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden,
She
her
texted-
Hold on,
sister-
in case you don't know, they went to Jordan and Egypt.
yeah,
We
yeah.
get it. You're world travelers. Go on. Sorry.
we say her sister text her and is like, by the way, I just heard you talk shit about me on the podcast.
Because I said there's only 2 people in life that FaceTime me and I absolutely fucking hate it. And they both know that I hate being FaceTimed. It's my friend Aaron and my sister. And so I said, oh, I feel bad because Aaron's about to hear this episode and be like, and I was like, but I've told her to her face that I don't like being FaceTimed. And so my sister says, and she's like, I don't appreciate that you don't think I'm going to listen to this episode. And I also don't appreciate that you said that you don't like me FaceTiming you. I was like, get off my
Wow.
phone.
You doubly disappointed your sister.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
And your family is shrinking ever since your dad died. So you better cherish her while you can.
Tommy
gosh.
making light of a
Oh
situation.
my gosh. You know what? I'm going straight to hell. And you know why? It's because of this third drink.
This third drink.
What is
What
the
is
third
the third
drink?
drink?
This third drink is called
We
the
already talked about it.
yeah,
When he brought it out. We
the
talked about
Montucky
it.
handshake. Yeah, we did
see,
talk
you
about
weren't
it.
even,
Yeah.
you weren't even.
The last
That's
thing we
how drunk-
had was
that's how
the
drunk he
carrot
is. He doesn't
cake.
even remember. Oh, the carrot cake. I forgot.
Carrot cake. It was walnuts, cream cheese icing, and candied carrots on top. I've never had candied carrots like that before. in
Candied
little swirls.
carrots?
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
delicious.
They tried.
It was really good.
Dario's never
is-
eaten a carrot
Dario's
before.
No, a candied carrot. Here's the funny thing. I eat carrots because it helps out with eyesight. And if y'all know me,
Okay.
That's a myth.
Well,
it's a myth.
Yeah.
okay.
Put me on.
It's not necessarily a myth. It's that you would have to eat.
An absurd amount of carrots.
Thank you,
Oh,
and that
really?
would mess you up in different ways.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Your bowel
Your,
movements
your,
be different.
no, but your
What?
skin tone would
Jesus,
change.
That got weird.
Oh yeah, you get.
I don't think his skin tone would change.
Yes, it does.
You turn.
Yes, it does.
I feel like you.
He's gonna turn orange.
No, not
I mean,
Dario. Maybe you.
I would turn
Maybe
orange.
you.
Yeah,
Is that
Maybe a little bit.
is that a truth? That's a myth.
that is absolutely true. So, and
Really?
here's what I can
Yes.
tell you. So, when my
Would I
little guy
lie to
was
you?
born, I made all of his baby food because I was that dad.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing was I ended up taking a lot of like carrots and butternut squash, and I would.
You turned your baby orange.
I did. I would
Stop
heat them
it.
up with apples, and I
What?
would and I would and so that was kind of all I was feeding him, and he developed this kind of orange coloring.
No.
Wow.
We took him to the doctor, and they were like,
You feed them too many.
what do you feed him? Yeah. And I
really?
was like, well, butternut squash and carrots, and look at me, he's super dead. And they were like, yeah, you got to work in some green stuff because this kid's not looking good. And I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like a nice tan for him?
No,
Later on in life?
it's like a Donald Trump orange.
Yeah,
Oh, like
a- like a
synthetic
No,
orange.
no, I don't know who that is, but it
Nah.
was not a good look.
It's
But
not.
yes, it was much more likely
Really?
with,
So
with
that's
my
a-
youngest, who was very pale, than it would be with Dario.
Right.
He's not pale at all.
If I start turning orange mixed with,
It would be.
Yeah.
that'd be weird. That'd be a
That'd
weird
be
color.
it.
It'd be weird.
I'd be Maroon
How
5.
would you? I don't know where you go.
I don't know why I thought that was funny. I'm not giving you coins. How do I take coins away?
No,
Is there a take coins away?
You laughed. That's a coin.
You know what?
It's a coin.
It caught me off guard. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
the food was
come
good.
over here. Check it out.
The carrot cake was amazing. Yeah.
The carrot cake was
I gotta tell you,
really good.
Chicago Q.
Yeah,
It's the place.
it is.
No,
It's
I was gonna say, like, honestly,
dead serious.
yeah, like Chicago Q is a place I honestly never heard of until
Yeah.
we knew we were coming here. And I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I-
mind you, we ordered like 1% of the menu. They have so many different options. They have a low and slow section. That's all of.
I bet you that's
get
fire.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you that's good.
So you
Low
can
and
get the there's like combos, the Q3 combo, the Q2 combo that have chicken, pulled pork,
We need to get the
the
ribs.
grilled chicken, ribs, pulled brisket. There's just so much baby back ribs, St. Louis,
Some delightful salad choices for the people
And
not
then-
into
yeah.
the tender brisket.
right?
Also,
And then entrees. Yeah.
they do. I was looking at their website and Instagram. They have pretty good breakfast. Also,
Oh yeah, they have
Yes.
a brunch menu.
yes, very. There you go. Yeah, right over our
Oh,
shoulder.
I see here.
Yeah, yeah,
Prime
Chicken and
prime brisket, eggs
waffles.
Benedict.
Yes.
Yes.
Chicken, eggs Benedict.
yeah, yeah. So this place, you really get it all.
Chicken and
Yeah.
waffle for
And-
all you white people out there who like chicken and waffles.
Come on, Tommy.
What?
You know damn well.
One more thing that I like is that you can see into the kitchen. I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like that gives a little bit extra.
Here's
Yeah, just because all the staff back there keeps checking you out. No
Yeah.
wonder you like it. So
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh
maybe,
my God.
maybe I should sit angled differently.
Yeah,
Here's what
jeez.
Here's what I say.
mean,
Hello,
Stuff.
boys.
Here's what I will say about the staff, and we say this all the time that it happens to us. When the staff is good, the food is even better.
Yeah.
And I feel like the staff here has been extremely nice to us.
Very. I
Um,
mean, they let us sit here for like 7 hours. so
Yeah,
that's-
Yeah.
we'll pay. But we'll,
I mean,
pay.
Yes.
We'll pay. But no, it's
Tommy,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because, like you were talking about, like, do we ask the people when we come up? We don't ask. We just kind of show up and then we tell them.
We don't tell them.
No. We tell them who we are. You know what I mean? Like we tell them who we are and what we do, and then that's when the ask comes. Is like, hey, do you like it? And these restaurants can say no to us anytime they want to.
Yeah.
None have said no. And so they were no different here, and they've been very welcoming to us. They did let us sit here for a few hours and record.
And here's my thing with most places, you go to a place, you want them to be attentive, but
Yeah.
not like, hey, can I? What can I?
and I
just
yeah. literally-
can you give me a
Yes.
little room.
Yes, breathing
Yes.
room.
But I've also had it happen quite a bit where they'll come around a lot early on and then they disappear.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
don't come
like,
back.
Wait, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Like,
Where you at?
could do another round. You
Yeah.
could, come back. Our guy was not too far away.
No.
We were
Yeah.
like, let's get another
Yeah.
Montucky handshake
Montucky
or
handshake.
whatever silliness
Yeah.
we got.
Yeah, which
So-
is a play on the Chicago handshake.
oh
yeah,
now I get it.
yeah. There you go.
All right,
There you go.
I caught
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not.
Don't
gonna-
do it. Come
Don't
on.
do it.
That's enough. That's
No,
enough
I just want to know
points.
what the other buttons are.
The other
Don't push
buttons are
them.
pretty for the.
Don't push them.
You know, there you go.
Oh.
We should have did that for the snack, but you know, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. There's,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
I've heard a
wants
lot
to
of
hear-
these.
he
Oh,
wants to hear
see? No. He's the
I'm
only
not
one
allowed
that
to
pushes the
touch
button.
it.
Yeah, no. Listen.
I mean, look, there's a lot of buttons
Yeah.
that we don't use on here.
Minority female.
Stop it. Stop.
Sorry, go on.
Immigrant
Oh, boy. I mean,
is really what it
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
There.
it's too
I
much.
get that a lot, actually. I get that button all the time.
But not during the podcast?
Anyway,
Well, sometimes he'll have me sit and then he'll pull the board out and he'll be like, "Listen to this," and then he'll just play it. No, just
Wow.
that'll be intense.
Is that?
no, Tommy, do not
He
listen.
has
to
it on
this.
his phone and he just plays.
I don't know what they're lying about or saying the truth.
Tommy, go on out.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
At this point,
Probably not.
at
Not
this
Daddy.
point,
Not Daddy with Sarah. But
at this point, the people know who the hell we are. They
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it's. They know there's probably some truth to this.
I mean,
But you know what I do? You know what I do though? It's like I will tell Sarah the exact opposite. I won't tell her what's on there, and I'll be like, "Man, watch this. I'll be so excited to play the button." Like when we. Look at this, she laughing. While we were over there, I was so excited about these different buttons that I had specifically for our trip overseas. And like when it played them, she had the most relaxed response. And meanwhile, I'm like, oh, she gonna go crazy over this one. She gonna
No,
go crazy.
Here's my mom says this. She's like, you're not as excited as he is. I was like, because he's at like 100
yeah.
and I'm at like
There's-
50.
There's very few people that
Yeah,
can match
I
the
can't-
energy.
I'm very excited, but this is me. Like I am super excited.
I know.
Right now.
I
You
can
know what
see
I
in
mean?
your eyes.
Just
Bruh, I played this.
Bruh.
And
Bruh.
I was excited. I was
Bruh.
excited for her. I was like, she gonna go crazy over this.
I mean, I loved it. That was a coin bag. I said, get
You
your
hear-
bag. You know what I mean?
You hear this bass? You hear
It
all that
was
bass?
Fantastic.
I mean,
It was pretty good. It's pretty.
sure.
It was great. I loved it.
Tommy is like,
I'm sorry that I made you feel that I didn't appreciate your buttons, but I
Oh.
loved them.
hey, look.
Welcome to
look,
couples therapy.
Yeah, this is
Here
this
at
is,
77
This is an
Flavors.
offline conversation. Tommy, where can
boy.
people find you? Where can they follow you?
Please visit ChicagoHistoryPod.com.
Hey.
You can find the Chicago History Podcast on all of the streaming platforms for podcast enjoyment.
Well, that was a nice
hey,
radio voice.
that
Well,
was.
if you like this episode, send it to someone you like. Make their day better. It was a long, nice one. That's what she said. If you did not like this episode,
Blame Tommy.
blame Tommy, and you're happy that my
And the
dad
drink.
died. That's
Stop it.
that
Come
would
on.
be it.
Come
That would be the reason. There's no
Come.
other
Too
reason.
soon.
Come on.
He's been dead for 20 years. That's fine.
Still too soon.
Wow.
Is your mom still single?
Oh my
She is.
goodness.
What?
This is-
She is.
Hey now.
She is.
We're probably about the same age, me and your mom.
No, she's
What
probably
is-
older than you.
What did you do the little growl?
Anyway, let's get out of here.
We out. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago. We look forward to having you again next Monday. So make sure you look out for us on any platform where you can listen to a podcast. Make sure you rate, subscribe, and do all the things. And we'll see you next Monday.